Hi, this is Yayan from Electronic, and today, following with the A envelope video series, I'm going to be focused in the channel associativity. The channel association feature is meant to help to the tough task of building polyphonic patches in a modular synth. The A envelope allows to group channels that will share configuration and control. In this way, all the channels in a certain group will behave in the same manner. The group creation is completely free. It means that we can group the 4 channels in whatever the way we need. To create a group, we just need to set the head of the group by doing a long press on the channel button we want to be the head. Then the LED will start to blink. Now we are in edit mode. In this mode, additionally to set the BIOS outputs as explained in the specific video, we can select the rest of the channels we want to add to the group. In this case, we want to add also the third and the fourth. Once we have selected all the channels we want to conform the group, we just need to push the head of the channel button and the group gets created. That's it. Let's check how it works. In this case, I've prepared a simple patch plugging the CV control of a VCA to the outputs of the group we have created and also 3 oscillators to the VCA inputs. As we can see here, the second, third, and fourth outputs from our A envelope are plugged in the second, third, and fourth channels of our data, just also to monitor what's happening with the envelopes. Each of the outputs corresponding to each of the channels from data are plugged in the CV input control of the VCA. Additionally, I've also configured my Expert Sleepers FH2 MIDI to CV interface to send CV to the oscillators, as well as the gate outputs to trigger the envelopes. As we can see here, those are the inputs that will trigger our envelopes that are coming from the GT expansion model of the FH2. Let's check some polyphonic sounds. Well, here it is. We have polyphony, 3 notes of polyphony, so I can do my left hand, those 2 notes, and my right hand, the melody. The A envelope is a great tool while creating polyphonic patches, since all the controls of all our 3 nodes are managed in a single knob. So when we want to change the attack changes at the same time for the 3 channels. And the same happens with the rest of stages and parameters. Let's add, for instance, some modulation here. I will plug the sustain modulation to the output of our LFO triangular shape wave of our Model 32. Once we have plugged this LFO to the modulation input, we need just to activate the input. We will activate the input against the voltage, the level. Let's see what happens. Whoa. Okay, we do have now some sort of tremolo. And of course we can change the rate. can reach with the modulation audible frequencies. Also, we can perceive that the oscillators are moving from one finger to the other at every trigger. Since we can control whatever the parameter real time together with all the channels belonging to the same group, we can change, for instance, behaviors like, okay, let's switch on the loop, and then we will have looping in a polyphonic way. Let's shorten the release duration. Nice. Also, we can test what happens if we change, for instance, the modulation to our attack phase. Okay, let's do a longer attack phase just to perceive better these changes, those progressions. Let's try to modulate also the release. We do the release stage longer just to perceive better the changes. So let's say, for instance, here right now, as I said, we can not only affect the modulation, but also the amount. Here. so we can give a lot of expressivity and complexity to the sound. This can be also very interesting to create leads and not a kind of long sounds that acts as a background for the whole composition. Additional things that we can do, of course, is since we have here configured the BIOS output for the release, we can just use this output to modify the CV input of our Erica Synth DSP2. So here we will see how we are affecting this bit crush input. Well, I think that we have already seen some of the features that can be very helpful while configuring polyphonic patches. And also we have seen some of the modulation features that we already saw in previous videos, but now apply it to a polyphonic configuration of just a triad, three notes polyphony. And well, I hope that you will find it useful and interesting. So thank you and see you later. Bye.